What's up, guys? How's it going, everybody? My name is Blitzwinger, and ladies and gents, this is a big monumental moment in the Batman Arkham Knight videos here on the Blitzwinger YouTube channel, because if I go on ahead and just bring up our mission selection wheel, you'll notice that there's 100% across the board, a lot of 100%, but as you can see also, this right here, the main summary, is only at 99.4% completion. Well, today we get to go on ahead and bring that up to the ever awesome goal of 100% completion. So what do we need for that? Well, we're missing one riddle. That's what we're missing. So luckily, here we are on the Stag airship, and I do want to clarify this because I was going to do a live stream, but wasn't able to get around to getting a video recorded because it is the last day of the year, actually. So it is kind of cool that I made a goal this year to go on ahead and play all the Arkham games, 100% completing them in the process, from Arkham Origins, Arkham City, Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, and then Arkham Knight. And we have done that. We have now officially, or I guess once we go on ahead and defeat Riddler, we will have done that, which is just insanely awesome to be able to say that finally the game series that I personally consider to be my personal favorite. Again, it's not the best game series. I think there's lots of game series that could probably stack up as better games. Like, for example, if we wanted to go on ahead and bring up Uncharted or something like that. But for me, personally, this is definitely my favorite game series. So I'm super duper proud to be able to now go on ahead and be able to say that I've not just played these games, but I went ahead and completed them, and not just completed them, but completed them on the hardest difficulty possible. Now, this also will probably raise the questions of, hey Blitz, are you going to go on ahead and do any of the DLC content? Absolutely. We'll get all that stuff started on the new year, so I hope you guys will check that out. But for now, let's stay focused on the main core game, and it looks like Batman is set to go toe-to-toe with Riddler. And I think this will be a boss fight, I'm guessing, at least, because I remember that when we had finished the Catwoman rescue missions, essentially what happens is that Riddler pops up in, like, I guess the best way to describe it is a mech suit, and unfortunately, he's not particularly interested in battling Batman. So at that point, he cowers away and hides. And that's when you're prompted to go on ahead and have to collect all the different Riddler trophies, which we have now done, which, again, was a pretty tedious process. I would say that about 50% of all the trophies were boring and kind of annoying to collect. But then the other 50%, I would probably split it off as 10% of them were all right, but the other 40 within that was actually pretty fun, and there were some really cool puzzles throughout as well. So, with that in mind, though, let's go on ahead and land here. Activate the switch. This is my first time, by the way, ever 100% completing this game, so I'm incredibly curious to see what happens. There's just a sequence of random numbers, it looks like. Then it concludes with 243. I wonder if that's an indication of like some Easter egg or something like that. And there he is. The Riddler has arrived. Uh-oh.
I wish I could say that I have found this one-sided rivalry of ours intellectually stimulating, but in truth, I grew bored of you long ago.
Okay.
Finally liberate me to engage in more.
So, my question...
You will be neither missed nor remembered.
My question is, how will I be able to defeat him?
Homicidal and red all over. Prepare for disintegration. Have failed detection.
Yikes.
Keeping up.
I still cannot... Yeah, I cannot fight them. So what am I supposed to do? Just defeat the... Only the blue? Droids? Or could we possibly call upon Catwoman? That would help.
You shall be ashes.
Oh, something has just transpired. Well,
looks like you're
finally! You took your time, Catwoman.
No! What are you doing here? This is not your fight, cat.
Fantastic. Thank you for the help.
You invited me, remember? And then you tied me to a chair.
You didn't have to come.
And
I'm ungrateful.
Riddle me this.
All yours.
dual team up. Booyah.
This is the end. My apotheosis.
And now Catwoman time. And yes, by the way, we did equip a different skin for Catwoman, obviously. Okay. So, question is,
Up, you damn machines.
how do we do a little bit of damage to him? Oh, there we go. Just like that. That seems to work quite well. Oh, watch out.
Plan.
Careful.
This color suits you.
Here you
better.
go.
Okay. Into
How did you do it?
the ow. Into the ow? That is not what I meant to say.
Burn, Batman.
Okay. There's a takedown.
You will both.
Oh my goodness. This is craziness. Because he definitely spawns a whole lot of enemies.
Not be tested.
Such a gentleman.
Okay.
You think you're smarter than me?
Come on! This is a crazy boss fight. We did it though. Whew. Okay. Time for Batman to have his revenge.
My just reward.
Oh, I see. If he's red, that means that... Okay, I understand now how it works. But it also, I guess, makes total sense that Catwoman should be the one to get revenge against Riddler. After all, she's the one that was put into the most of harm's way by the Riddler.
You think me?
Okay, into another. Robotic takedown. Team up between Catwoman and Batman.
Which color do you prefer?
Okay. Yikes.
No,
Here we go. We're doing pretty well right now.
I am defeated.
About time.
Team up. Booyah. Okay, I think this might be the opportunity where we should be able to get enough damage. Here we go. Is that enough? I think so. Finally. 243 riddles later. Oh my gosh. That was a crazy challenge. Now, with that in mind, I know what you guys are going to be most curious about, and that's the Knightfall protocol. And technically, we could have already activated Knightfall protocol, having defeated 13 out of the 14 different villains. But
It was under control.
apparently it's not like a complete cutscene, whereas if you get Riddler completed as well, and amongst that all the other villains, there's some sort of a much more like fully fledged
You're not playing
Knightfall
along.
protocol,
No, I'm not. Not anymore.
which is what
It means this is the end, Selina.
whoa.
It means we can't. I can't.
I will see you again, right?
No one will.
Whoa.
Arkham needs something more. Something worse to defend her. She needs a new myth. A legend more powerful than I can be right now. A legend that can only rise from the ashes of the Batman.
Some things you can't do alone, Bruce.
And some things you have to.
Okay, that was a little bit awkward. Just like
I won't.
I guess maybe it's just also the different skin styles, because Batman Beyond is so futuristic and her costume looks so like old school, I guess. So it's just kind of funny. But let's go on ahead and get Riddler and his robotic army stopped once and for all. Bring him over to the GCPD building, and at that point, I guess Knightfall Protocol will commence. I'm super duper stoked about this, because all this time, like, I know a little bit in terms of like what the Knightfall Protocol is, but I've never watched the actual like cutscene, and somehow I haven't spoiled myself on it. So I am incredibly excited to just see what all of our handiwork across Gotham City will go on ahead and compile into, because I'm genuinely curious to see how things play out for Batman and the entire Arkham series, really, because as far as we know, this is the conclusion of the Arkham storyline. And I mean, if Batman is putting hanging up the mantle and putting down the cowl, I guess it really does apply as a full conclusion. So, the delivery of Edward Nygma.
Was green, proud, and ass kicked all over.
How exceedingly droll. I won't be needing a lawyer, you jumped-up security guard. I will represent myself.
And there we go. You got Professor Pig, I guess, welcoming him.
Awesome, Bat. Every time you overcome my puzzles, I learn that little bit more about you. Soon enough, there will be a riddle that leaves you dead.
There it is.
The city's safe.
Excellent work, sir. Gotham's villainous contingent has been brought to task yet again. You should be immensely proud of your achievements. The city is forever in your debt.
It's time for Knightfall.
Phew.
The Batwing is on its way to the GCPD rendezvous point.
I heard those statues are pretty rare.
Well, we get ourselves a few more Wayne points, which is wonderful. Unfortunately, I don't think we have a full upgrade wheel. Yeah, it seems like we're still missing a handful of upgrades. I don't necessarily know how you're supposed to be able to unlock. Well, actually, maybe those come from... what are these challenges called again? Sorry, not these ones here. These are basically... I think they're AR challenges, I believe. So, yeah, AR challenges, overall progress. So, these ones here, I haven't done any of them outside of the training ones. So, I don't know. Maybe we'll do a stream playing some of these. I think that could be fun, but I don't really particularly care to get those done at this very moment. And the thing that we're going to focus on after the Knightfall Protocol is going to be the... Ooh, Knightfall Protocol is active. Guys. Whew, it's so crazy to be able to say that we've now completed the game. I'm really stoked about that. So the thing we're going to focus on after the Knightfall Protocol is going to be these DLC missions. So stay tuned for that. And the next video on the channel is going to be the Knightfall Protocol.